Hi Virgo, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Allie and I'm so grateful to be spending this precious time with you. I hope that you're doing well. I want to bring forward the messages that Spirit most wants you to hear right now. Think of it kind of as an energetic check-in, but that's where we are. So I want to jump right into this reading. I've already prayed and meditated over the space. I'm finishing cleansing the energy here. And let's just go ahead and see, let's get the overall energy for you for whenever you come across this reading. My intent is always for these readings to be timeless, and if I'm supposed to share, timing or a date, I do that, but this is timeless for you, Virgo, whenever you find it. In fact, I set the intention that you would find it in divine timing for you. So I'm recording this in May of 2026, so if you come across this later, please leave a comment and let me know when you find it. On that note, because YouTube likes for you to say this in the beginning, please like, share, or subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Hyping is a thing now. I do feel like recognizing what's at the bottom. Knight of Cups, Bearer of Tidings, ever moving forward, being in love with love, romance are some of the keywords on that card. And let's see what card you got. I don't always get this energy when I see the Queen of Swords, but when I saw her, the first thing I heard was, she cuts through the crap. I mean, that's literally what I heard. And I think there's an element of you dealing with something like that right now. You're cutting through the noise. You're rising above that. You're transforming through pains that you have found, maybe from somebody who promised you a lot at one point in your life and hasn't really followed through on that promise. I feel like you're just very much over it. You see through the facade. I don't think that has made it any less painful, but I think you're just over it is what I'm feeling, honestly. And it might not just be with a specific person. It could be with something that you've put a lot of energy into. I really see you cutting cords with this Queen of Swords. Cutting expectations, I'm hearing. Feeling a lot more detached than normal. But I mean, this isn't like, it's a complicated energy. That's what I'll say. It's a complicated energy because part of you wants to care. Part of you wants things to be different. Part of you wants things to have gone another way. And it almost feels like the detachment one comes to, I just saw 222, the detachment that one comes to after an immense amount of disappointment. And detachment feels like the only way. So it's not a good, warm and fuzzy feeling. It feels like someone who's just very over it. I keep repeating myself because that's the vibe that I'm getting here with this Queen of Swords. But I do see you transforming through the pain. Look at this. I think whatever has gone on here that you're feeling over has actually built a lot of resilience within you. You feel like you can be independent for the first time in your life. I think for the first time in your life, you feel like you are independent from a job, from a relationship, from a community, from a family. You feel, you've gone within, you've done a lot of inner work. Your own light is your guide. So you're not looking for someone else to fill a void or to tell you where to go or what to do or to make you feel like your existence is worthy because you have them or that in your life. It's very Queen of Swords, very Queen of Swords. You don't need, it doesn't have to be gender specific. It doesn't have to even be a person. It's just kind of amusing what I heard. It was like, you don't need no man. This is you. You've got you. You don't need anyone or anything else to prop you up or to make you feel like you're worthy or you're allowed to take up space. You don't feel alone in the world anymore because you have yourself. Oh, weird. I got so many messages, just like instantaneous multiple download when this card came out, the 9 of Cups. Okay, so what you may not realize, something that has kind of been hidden, maybe from you, maybe you've realized this in this inward journey you've been on, is that your soul, your subconscious, has been guiding you to this point in time, almost like your whole life, because one of the things it most wanted to experience was where you are right now. Complete independence from anyone or anything. And this isn't toxic independence where it's like, I mean, sure, maybe you have moments where I've seen this meme of a woman hauling a laundry, like a washing machine up a subway steps, and like people are walking around her, and it's like this hyper independence. Sure, there may be aspects of that as you've kind of tried to find a balance, but ultimately it's talking about that pure, I don't need anyone. I don't need anything, because you fulfill yourself. It's not a lonely energy. They keep going back and forth. They're like, sure, you could feel lonely, but it's not attached to the same need as it used to be. If you wanted someone in your life, it would be because you want them, not because you need them. And so that distinction between want and need is what we're really talking about here. You no longer need other people to feel safe, to feel validated, to feel worthy. You no longer need a specific job to feel like you're allowed to take up space. You do things now, maybe because of the state of the world we're in. You may have to be doing things out of necessity, but also you're doing more things because you want to do them and not because you feel like you have something held to your head, if you know what I mean. So your soul, whether you realize it or not, this is a wish fulfillment that you have actualized, and all roads have led here to this moment of you having healthy independence within yourself in kind of all aspects of life. I mean, honestly, like, ooh, look at this Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, I love this energy. Yeah, all roads have led here to get you to this next chapter. And this next chapter is very vibrant, very creative, and very almost curated by the universe. So I'm getting like blessings here. They just had me pull this out of the deck, which I don't do that frequently. It was just like very, and in your past, like, maybe even now, okay? Maybe even now you feel like 5 of Cups reversed. And the way that I read 5 of Cups reversed is like feeling like lower than the rent on a burning building. I don't know where I got that phrase from, but I've felt it quite a lot in the not so distant past and many times throughout my life where it's like, I empathize with this feeling. Where, 4 of Cups, you're over it, you're depressed, you're down, you feel like you're at the bottom of the well or the hole or whatever that phrase is. You're at the bottom, and they are reminding, but there's also a detachment here, okay? And the detachment is very important. So if you're feeling down and out, but also just whatever, like, okay, this is life. This kind of sucks, but whatever. That's your moment to know that there's about to be like a real shift, like crisis averted. Even if it feels like you're in a crisis right now. I get this intense energy of blessings that have been curated by the universe, that are helping hands for you, that is Okay, again, they're saying all roads lead here. So the next road is guided as well. I don't think you need to worry as much as maybe you have been about what the next chapter looks like for you, because it just feels so divinely guided. And quite frankly, you wouldn't have been able to get to this Ace of Wands energy if you hadn't completed this. And the Ace of Wands is a wish fulfillment. It is a blessing from the universe. But they're saying if you hadn't been able to overcome this energy, which was very challenging, I think this is one of your biggest things. One of your biggest, I'm just going to say it, like personal issues, hang-ups, was this feeling like you had to be connected to something or someone that kind of propped you up, where you didn't feel alone in the world. And all along, they needed you to realize how strong you were, resilient you are, and that you can make anything happen without anybody else. You don't need anyone to help you pay your rent. You don't need anyone to help you get a certain job. You don't need anyone to make you feel like you're worthy of existing. I mean, you just make it happen. It's so weird because this 9 of Pentacles card is like glowing to me right now. It's glowing. So bizarre. Also, yellow is very, very significant here. And this card is glowing. And the 9 of Pentacles is not only independence, but like having all of the material things, resources that you need. And the yellow here connected with the 9 of Cups yellow is like, this is kind of what's they're trying to fill you in on the next chapter leads to. Pentacles with the 6 of Pentacles. It is financial blessings, but they're also saying it's so much more than that. Can we have some more information, please? Some more details, some more information about this for Virgo. Thank you. Knight of Cups again. Okay. I think for some of you, there's an individual. Now, this does feel romantic in nature. So if you're not looking for romance or, for a person, then we'll look at what else this can mean. But for those of you who are looking for, maybe you're not even looking. They just kind of gave me like an eye, like they might not even be looking. But that doesn't negate the fact that there is an individual that is likely to show up in your existence who will offer you happily so much more than the breadcrumbs you're getting right now or that you have had in the past. This is a person, sometimes the Knight of Cups can be kind of this playboy energy. Some people can read it like that, but that's not the energy that I'm getting right now. What I'm getting is romance. What I'm getting is passion and deep emotional fulfillment. Somebody who's able to go there, like go deep. And they have this huge well of love that they want to offer you. And they just keep going back and saying, none of these paths would have been available for you if you hadn't done this work for yourself first. I mean, it's really, outstanding, amazing, like the energy that I'm getting here for you. For other people, if like romance, if you have a person, if all of that is good and solid and it's not on your radar, there's I'm getting like, I've wished for this, a kind of opportunity. Like I've wished for this. I've been waiting for this, but it's actually better than you could have imagined. And for some lucky person, it might be both. It's good. I mean, Ace of Wands, I love the Ace of Wands. It is a good card. And then you have it here with some of these other cards with 6 of Pentacles, with 9 of Pentacles, with 9 of Cups. I mean, this is a good reading. This is good forward momentum energy. Isn't that what we read with the Knight of Cups on the bottom of this deck? Let's see what it says here. Bearer of tidings, which is what this reading is. Slow and steady, ever moving forward in love with love. Yeah. Okay. What else? What else can you tell us, Spirit? Ooh, look at that. Okay, so for those of you that this is an opportunity, actually they're saying it's both. For the individual that's going to become present in your life and or this opportunity, this is a calling. It's a calling on your life. It's something you've been calling out to the universe for. You have prayed for this. You've asked for this. You've manifested this. You may have done rituals on this, every which way. The shadow work that you felt like you needed to do to get to the thing, but it was really all of this independence from having to be connected to someone or something. It's a calling, and it's going to wake you up where you have just been in the doldrums, and that whatever energy that we were kind of getting in that I think you're in right now. And it's a calling that something is calling you in, because you've been calling it in, because you've done the work and you're here now, and all roads lead here. They just keep saying that over and over again. All roads lead here. I actually think it's going to come in pretty quickly. And what else, Spirit? I don't want to get ahead of myself. Oh my gosh, you've had so much time where you have cried, you have felt hopeless, you've lost sleep, you've just, like, every which way in your mind, you've put so much work in. Like, how much more can I do? What much more can I do, Spirit? What do you need me to do? Why am I going through this? I've worked so hard. I've tried so hard. This is the energy that I feel like is leaving. Is that the energy that's leaving, Spirit? Yes. King of Cups. It's all of this that you have gone through has just made you so much. I mean, I feel as if saying it's made you so much stronger. Like, I don't want that to be a slap in your face, because personally, I completely understand. Like, I don't ever want anyone to have to call. And I've seen people say this before. I don't want to have to be called resilient ever again. I don't want to be called strong ever again. Like, I don't want to have to go through half of the stuff that I've gone through up until this point in my life, just for people to say I'm resilient. So I don't want you to take it that way. But what it is saying is that it has built a strength and an emotional depth and a well of just appreciation and gratitude that you could have never had before had you not gone down this path. I mean, you can really weather the storms. Like, that is what the King of Cups talks to me. And my train hawking confirmation is funny. And I just heard something like 2 days ago that really resonated with me. And a woman was talking about, if we can control anything in our existence, the only thing we can control is our mood, how we choose to feel at any given time. And she said she reminds herself that she's a thermostat and not a thermometer, because thermometers go up and down. A thermostat is regulated and stays the same no matter if it's cold outside or hot outside. What you set it to is where it stays. And I thought, man, that as I work on my own stuff, it's like that is a mantra I have to tell myself if I feel like my heat is rising, or if I'm irritated or agitated. It's something goofy, like somebody driving goofy, you know? I don't know what my deal is with people who drive poorly, but it just sends me into orbit, and I really want to work on it. And I'm reminding myself I'm a thermostat. No matter what's thrown at me, I get to dictate and control how I'm going to react and what my mood is going to be about that. So that's kind of what I'm getting here, basically, with the King of Cups. It doesn't matter what's thrown at you moving forward. You have developed this part of yourself so fully. I mean, the king is the last part of that suit. You've developed yourself so fully that now there's space, now there's room for this calling to come in, an opportunity, an individual, for things to start moving and changing. Yeah, with the death card, for a transformation to occur here. And I love the death card, especially this one with the Waite Smith deck, because of the sunshine. You know, it's got this sunrise in the background, that even though there's all this grief and exhaustion, chaos, and pain going on here, the sun is rising again. Because that's what transformation is all about. Being a phoenix, you know, rising from the ashes. Sorry, I'm going to get a quick drink here. All right, Spirit, what else? Okay, 3 of Pentacles. The Lovers. Let's get one more. Interesting, 2 of Cups. Okay, so this feels pretty specific, but I'm getting it, so I'm going to say it. For some of you, when we're talking about an individual coming in with an opportunity, it could be a creative project that you end up working on with someone who ends up being a romantic, like a significant romantic partner. So this looks like, I don't know, like getting hired, getting an opportunity to work somewhere that you've really been dreaming of, and there's another person that you collaborate with, and when you meet, it feels very fated. It feels like a soulmate kind of energy. And this is who this Knight of Cups is talking about for some of you. For others, I mean, it doesn't always have to be romantic. I think for many people it probably will be, but for those of you who are like, the romance is not for me, then it feels like someone that you are going to click with deeply, and that's going to be an incredible working partner and lifelong friend. So this isn't like a 3 to 5 month working with someone. This is someone that you're going to have in your phone, that you're going to call up, that you're going to meet for coffee, that you're going to collaborate with on future projects. I mean, someone that you just click with, you work well together, and it's a wonderful, and who may bring other opportunities to you down the road. So it's like a wonderful spirit guided connection with someone. So take that however it resonates, but there is a person who's going to help really, I think, kind of put your career in motion or change the trajectory of what your career is going to look like for the next 10 to 50 years. I mean, this feels like a lifelong thing. It also kind of feels a little past lifey, if I'm being honest. As if you have always decided if you could be in a place where you would get to reconnect in another life, then you 100% would. So it all feels very divinely guided, very universe guided. Yeah, we were kind of saying that with the 6 of Pentacles back there and the Ace of Wands, like the universe is making this happen for you. And just in the nick of time, I'm hearing. Just in the nick of time, because I think you're right now, you're skirting the line of giving up hope and not having faith. Even when you really were someone who didn't ever think that would be you, I think you're kind of skirting that line right now. And from the energy I'm feeling from you, it's totally understandable. I would like to see if we can get, I was going to move to another deck. Can we get any timing information? Will you let us have any idea on timing, Spirit? Okay, so the 9 of Wands reversed makes me feel like this is pretty close, because that's exactly that skirting the line of almost giving up. The High Priestess. So I don't know if they're going to give us an exact, I think it's going to vary for each of you, which is kind of why. Because the High Priestess, when I get that card and I ask for timing, it's kind of like, well, I can't really tell you that. However, with the 9 of Wands, and we're talking about being on the brink of giving up, I don't think it's a long time. In fact, I think the longest, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think the longest you're going to have to wait is 4 months. So between now and 4 months from now is when things are going to radically change for you. I think the reason the timing is so non-specific is because there's a few people who have, like, what I'm kind of getting is loose ends to tie up before this pathway can manifest. So I don't know if this is leaving a career, moving somewhere, leaving a relationship that's kind of dead in the water. You'll know what sounds right and feels right for you, if that's even a thing. But I think it's very kind of dependent on you. So give or take between now and the next 4 months is what I'm going to say for you. That I kind of feel this energy being able to for this energy to actually be in your physical reality, in your world, is what I feel. And I'm being guided to this angel numbers deck, and I don't know why I don't use it, but I don't. It's so interesting. At the bottom, I see 88. So that might be significant for somebody, a year you were born or something. So can we have a number, Spirit, that you're going to show Virgo as a sign that they're on the right path and that this specific reading is about to manifest for them? That's what I want to ask. Can we please have a specific number for Virgo to let them know when they see this number repeating that things are almost here? Oh, I'm so excited to see what this is for you. 23. Interesting. I am adventurous. It says you have a zest for life and you are eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest. And this truly is the number, because at the bottom we have 0. I am limitless. 23. So if you start seeing repeating 23s, that's how you're going to know that this path is almost there. And I don't think you need a number for when the path is here, because it's going to be so evident to you. You're not going to need a number for that. And what's so funny is I literally see 23 it just changed on my CPU on my computer. It was 23.7 actually. So, and now I just look up and it's May 8th. So it's 8/8/08. So, and we had 88 at the bottom. So you may also see repeating 8s. Yeah, it's May 8th at 8:08 p.m. So 888, and we had 88s at the bottom. So that might be another number for some people. Repeating 8s and 23. Thank you, Spirit. That was very specific. All right. Is there anything else that I can get you, Virgo? This was a really interesting reading, I have to say. Yes. One last card, and this is just a little fun one. It's a little affirmation from the universe, because I think you need that pick-me-up. I feel like your energy could use that. Can Virgo have a little pick-me-up to end this reading, Spirit? Please and thank you. Oof. Let's see. Oh, several. Okay, you needed some. Generosity. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there's more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. Then we have abundance. What a confirmation. Congratulations. It seems you're due for a little, which is scratched out and replaced with an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. Well, this is what we talked about. You do feel like you deserve it now. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Yeah. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. Interesting. This is what the generosity, big enough to serve everyone. That's so interesting. Okay, and then we have nature. Time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. Hugging trees. Yes. You're not a robot. You can't work 24/7. I think maybe taking even a little day trip to a nature area that feels really aligned for you and feels really special would just do you so much good. Are you kidding me? Stop it. You have to look. Ideal partnership. Are you kidding me? Okay. It says, I am a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I am paired with a true match. This is insane. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I'm looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he or she might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. No, this is insane. Because this is the exact energy that I was being given with the Knight of Cups, with the Lovers, with the Two of Cups. I mean, that is such a wild confirmation. And then finally, we have ups and downs. Wow. I see life as an incredible ride, and I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what make things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourself makes for a good story. I mean, wow. Thank you, Spirit. I genuinely could not fathom those cards to be any more resonant than they are for your reading. This was insane. This was such a good reading. And I'm so excited for you because you truly deserve this. I can feel your energy when I do these readings. I can feel it acutely, and you deserve all of this goodness that is heading your way. I mean this sincerely. So please don't forget to come back and let me know how this plays out for you. If you have any desire to connect with me for a one-on-one, you can find all that information at my website at theseaowl.com, or it's in the description box below. I'm sorry, I'm like so excited about your reading. I'm messing up my whole little ending spiel. Anyway, like, share, or subscribe if you feel called. Hyping is a thing now. Leave a comment and let me know how it might have resonated for you. But more than anything, Virgo, please take excellent care of yourself, and I will see you soon. Bye.